Plastics are making headlines, and in 2019, plastic waste is a very real problem. However, plastic provides the foundations for modern life. Whether in construction, transportation, medicine, or renewable energy, it's a material that benefits us all, every day of our lives.
So many people in the world today rely on plastics. And of course, in today's world, it's a little easy sometimes to forget that. And one of the reasons there, of course, is because of this subject of plastic litter. And INEOS' stance is, look, there's no room for plastic litter. We should not be littering the environment. We have to find ways of stopping that.
So much plastic is being carelessly discarded, yet it is such a useful material. The solution to managing the issue requires a considered approach.
If we look at plastics and the environment, then really it's not the material itself. It's really how society is actually using the material and taking responsibility for it. In that case, really, mismanagement of the material.
We need to address solutions for litter, for plastic litter, and we need to stop that. At the same time as we need to improve our resource efficiency, and that means recycling and the footprint of the polymers we make. And the commonality between those two is really that we have to regard plastics as valuable, and plastics are valuable.
That value underpins the 4 pledges INEOS has committed to meeting by 2025. INEOS will offer a range of polyolefin products for packaging applications in Europe containing 50% or more recycled content. INEOS will use, on average, 30% recycled content in products destined for polystyrene packaging in Europe. INEOS will incorporate at least 325 kilotons per year of recycled material into products. And INEOS will ensure 100% of polymer products can be recycled.
Retaining the value in plastic is really important because we've got a huge resource, and that resource needs to be captured at end of life. So it's a huge waste for that material then to end up on a landfill site.
Across its businesses, INEOS is already mechanically recycling much of its highly engineered specialty product. And at INEOS's Technology Centre in Brussels, this idea is being taken to the next level. Here, scientists are looking at ways to turn used, discarded plastic back into a material fit for purpose once again.
It's extremely difficult to take a bunch of recycled plastic that we'll get from the rubbish bins and then transform that really quickly and easily into something that's of value again. So a huge amount of work goes into that in these labs, where we combine that original piece of waste plastic with various different things to make sure it gets into a good state again.
At the lab, used plastic is carefully analysed to work out its components. The team then calculate exactly what they will need to add to the old product in order to return it to a safe and usable state.
We've spent decades developing plastics, ever more sophisticated plastics for ever more sophisticated uses. We want to use that expertise and kind of reverse engineer the process to using recycled plastics as the way we'll make new plastics in the future.
At the end of the day, we are throwing away something that's highly valuable, highly engineered, and there's absolutely no reason we shouldn't be bringing that back to life. It's actually a source of raw material. It's another source of feedstock for us, which we can now sort of bring back into the system and add further value to.
This approach demonstrates how, within INEOS, plastic is seen as much more than a product to be disposed of. And reusing waste plastic is a concept that is being developed even further over at INEOS Styrolution.
Sustainability and circular economy gained large momentum in recent months at INEOS Styrolution, and our mission is here to jointly work on high-class ways of recycling. What we are trying to do is to push for so-called chemical recycling, which allows quality of polymers that is the same as the original quality.
Through this new chemical recycling process, the team in Frankfurt have turned waste polystyrene back into its original chemical building blocks. From there, they have successfully recreated new, fresh polystyrene.
we were able to make polystyrene out of such a post-consumer recycled polystyrene. So again, as far as we know, this is the first time. We want by 2020 to demonstrate that we will be able to make larger amounts of polystyrene by that technology.
This is a huge breakthrough for the future of plastic manufacturing, and this work continues to advance. INEOS, through its research, development and pledges, is fully committed to leading the way towards a circular economy, where used material sustains new products.
You can see that INEOS is committed to the circular economy. We're trying to make that happen. We are keen to take a leadership role in bringing some of the technologies to market because we want to make use of the plastic waste.
Big dream is that we don't use as much oil into the front end of our process, that instead we use waste plastics. Not just what's going into the environment today, but maybe even go into old landfills and pull out the old plastics that were put there 20 years ago and use that for the new plastic. That would be utter success.
I think this is a really exciting time because this is the opportunity to innovate and to really think outside the box. This is where we can make a difference, and it really starts here.